Sin City's where you go in with your eyes open. Or you don't come out at all. How did I get here? What have I done?
You're the only man I ever loved.
Death is just like life in Sin City. It always wins.
You never thought we'd stand a chance against the most powerful man in the state. Maybe I'll go crazy. Crazy's sounding pretty good right now.
All right, let's talk. You've been in this business a couple years now. Navigating Hollywood, similar to navigating Sin City?
You know, there could be some similarities. It could feel a bit sort of corrupt and everyone out for themselves sometimes. But I think you just have to, you know, find your allies, I guess similar to Sin City, and stick to them. So luckily I have a friend and an ally in Robert Rodriguez. And so I feel pretty protected.
How do you kind of, you know, deal with like the high? I was just talking to Josh about this, like the highs and lows of this business, because 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down.
It's inevitable. I mean, it's just part of the journey. And it's very fluid, it's very fickle, it's hot and cold. I think you have to have a strong sense of self, and you have to have self-love in a genuine way, not in an ego way. But really know that you're a good person and you're valuable and you matter, regardless of what this business tries to tell you.
So let's say I've never seen Sin City. How would you describe what type of film these films are?
Wow. Sin City is an action-packed, awesome, artistic roller coaster ride with lots of hot chicks and lots of really cool dudes. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Not a lot of clothes.
Not a lot of clothes, a lot of action, and it's in black and white. It's really like a wild ride. I really don't think anyone's ever seen anything like this before, so.
Kind of tell me a little bit how you diversify, because I know you have Honest, I know you have the water. So when you want to put your name on something, your stamp on something, as opposed to taking a role, how do you decide what to do and what to endorse? And kind of, also I want to know how you expand your business.
I created a company because I found there was a need in the marketplace for highly effective, beautifully designed, affordable products that are good for the planet and good for people. So that's the Honest Company. That's just something that came out of, you know, a need and a desire I had as a mom to have a safe and healthy home for my family.
So was that like, you know, obviously acting did you always kind of want to venture outside of acting and create a company?
I had no idea that this was going to be something I was going to do with my life. I worked in a lot of nonprofit work, always outside of, you know, acting. And so I embedded a nonprofit into my business model, and we give back to children in need for every dollar that's spent with the Honest Company. So it's nice to be able to have a sustainable business model around giving. I was inspired by my friend Blake, who created a company called Tom's. And it shows that, you know, you can have a profitable, very successful business and also give back to the world.
Is there a kind of a sense of, you know, because I have a name, I have a platform, to use that for the greater good, to use, you know, what Hollywood has afforded you, I guess, to...
Yeah, I have a very authentic relationship with media. And I've been doing this for 20 years. So being able to utilize that platform and talk about stuff that is important to me, like the Honest Company, and certainly all the work that we do, it's great, and it doesn't feel forced.
Ava. She betrayed me.
Kill him.
For power and profit.
You've made me a very rich woman.
You cannot defeat us. This time they crossed a fatal line. I need your help. Means going up against a lot of guns.
So let's talk about the movie, Josh.
Let's talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Hey,
So are you a big fan of them? Seriously?
Yeah, I would be.
And they played at the Rose Bowl last night.
They did.
Do you wish you were there?
I do wish I was there.
Now, are they going to play again?
They're playing tonight.
They're playing tonight at the Rose Bowl
Yes.
also. Will
But
you maybe follow them around the
I-
United States?
No.
And watch several concerts?
No, I can't afford tickets.
What? Dude, if I financed
I don't have Brolin money.
If I financed it, would you do it?
Yes.
Really?
If Josh Brolin financed it, I would run to the Rose Bowl.
I would rather see you at the Rose Bowl watching Beyonce and Jay-Z than be here right now.
Okay.
But it's not an insult.
Okay.
I see you in that venue.
Thank you, Josh.
You ooze that venue.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Okay, what about Sin City?
Let's talk about Sin City. Okay, let's say I never saw Sin City film.
Okay.
How would you describe what type of movie is it?
It's kind of like being at the Rose Bowl watching Beyonce and Jay-Z. There's an extreme parallel. There's a surrealness to it. It's otherworldly. It's very original. It's just great rap. Or hip-hop. Is that right?
Sure.
Hip-hop or rap?
It could be either.
Okay, it could be either.
But in
Isn't
reality,
Jay-Z rap?
yeah, he does.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I want to make this about you, Josh.
I want to be cool right now.
You're
I'm
very-
just looking. I'm looking to you to educate me.
Okay.
Within this thing.
I kind of want to know, you've been in this business a few years now.
Yeah.
Navigating Hollywood, similar to navigating Sin City?
No. Yes. A little bit. A little bit. You lose yourself in Sin City, you lose yourself in Hollywood, then you find yourself again. It's not as dangerous. I think Sin City is much more dangerous and colorful, and even though the patina is black and white, I mean emotionally colorful, mentally colorful, than Hollywood is. I think Hollywood is perceived as something that's mythologically very dangerous, but it's not really.
Is this, obviously growing up in the business, seeing your dad in the business, is this everything you kind of thought it was going to be, or?
I didn't really think it was going to be anything because we went about it very differently. I started in theater and he started in TV, and he started in kind of old Hollywood studio, where studios would offer you a contract to be with their studio and all that. It's very different now. And now the kids, my daughter's an actress and has done one movie now. It's very different for her because of social media and digital, and everybody's making movies, and 9-year-olds are making movies and web series, and that girl who was making web series has become this amazing, star, but very unassuming. And so it's all, it changes and changes and changes. You never really know what it's going to be. There's the connection to Sin City. You never know what it's going to be.
How do you kind of deal with the highs and the lows? Because I feel like in this movie there's highs, there's lows. In show business there's highs and there's lows. How do you deal with that?
There's always highs and lows. And, you can be, I've seen so many people kind of pop and be around for a year and a half, 2 years, and then you never see them again. And I was never really sure why. I think, doing a movie like this where you're considered a supporting part, I think some people kind of hold on to that trajectory of wanting to be stars, whereas when you take, roles based on the roles as opposed to where you are on the poster, there's longevity there, or at least in my case, and I'm very grateful for that. And the roles are fun on top of it.
You to give me money to go see that concert now?
I'm thinking twice about it now. Now it's the end of the interview.
Power is a fragile thing. I need them to know the price of defiance. Now, who wants to play?
Looks like trouble.
Looks like Christmas.
You're starting a gang war in a game for professionals.
Never lose control. Never let the monster out.